Hey guys, good morning. We're in a little bit of a rush. We're getting headed out to to Alaiyah's doctor's appointment. She has a neurologist appointment at, or I guess not neurologist, sorry, it's a neurosurgeon appointment at 9:20, and we're both not feeling well today, I think. Alaiyah, do you want to say hi? Hey! So we're headed off to see the neurologist. She's been out of surgery for a year. She had 3 surgeries, and it's because she has hydrocephalus, which I can get into later and tell you guys about that. But for now, we're headed there, and so we're just on our way out the door. We're just doing a little bit of playing before bedtime. Alaiyah is not feeling well, so she is just wanting to go to bed right now, and so we're just reading a book. I'm trying to keep her occupied. I don't know if you noticed, my couch is ridiculous because I'm in the middle of trying to finish it. So it's like a white drop cloth canvas. It's really nice, and so I just need to sew the bottom and sew it together, and then it will be done. But I need a specific needle for that, but I don't have that needle and I can't seem to find it. So that's kind of what the process of this ugly looking couch is right now. So we got back from the neurologist and the neurosurgeon, and it was great. There's nothing to be worried about or like concerned about at this point. So pretty much I just wanted to give you like a backstory of Alaiyah. So I had a normal, healthy pregnancy, but when I went into labor, my water broke, and it turned out that Alaiyah had hydrocephalus. So my water broke, my body started to progress, but wasn't able to deliver her naturally because her head was too big to go down, and so she was just stuck way up, and so they ended up doing a C-section, and so I had C-section and then found out Alaiyah had hydrocephalus, which is fluid on the brain. And so pretty much what has happened is like the cells in her brain have not learned how to absorb the fluid in her brain. And so she needed help with that, and so they did a surgery that was of a newer sort. So pretty much what they have done is they went in and drilled some holes through her brain, and they just to allow for the fluid to move into like a different compartment. I'm sorry, I'm not saying the scientific terms because I don't know them anymore. And so they did that, and then we got sent home. So that was the first surgery, and then we went back about a week later, found out that it wasn't working, and her head actually like grew a lot in that time, and so we had to go back, and she got a shunt put in, which is a valve, and it's like a hard like knot kind of thing, a valve at the top of her head over here, and then it has like a tubing that goes all the way down and just underneath the like layer of skin, and so you can feel it and you can see it sometimes. Because she's a little bit like chubby and stuff right now, you can't see it as good, but when she's having like a skinny day or something, you can see like a line down her torso and in her neck. Sometimes I can see it. And so what it does is when the fluid builds up in her brain, the valve just kind of pops open and the fluid is able to drain down through the tube. And so she had that placed in November, and then they had to revise it in September or March of last year. March 15th was her last surgery day, and so She hasn't had surgery for over a year, which is pretty exciting. So now, since her appointments, she just sees a neurosurgeon. She sees physio. She sees physio. She sees a neurologist, and she sees her regular pediatrician, not pedio, pediatrician, and so basically they all just check up on her and make sure everything's going well. So their neurosurgeon will see her for like once it gets to a stable place, he'll see her once a year for the rest of her life, pretty much, to just always be checking in and making sure everything's going good. And physio is kind of really slowing down because she can walk, and most of her gross motor skills are pretty on point. Alaiyah has just kind of proved that, like, she will in her own time. Like, she'll walk when she wants, and she'll crawl when she wants to, and she'll, sit on her own when she wants to. And because she had the bigger head, it was a bit of a concern because her head's so big, so she has so much more weight. So it took her a long time to be able to do tummy time and hold her head up. It took her a long time to just sit by herself because the strength of her neck had to really grow. But like, she learned to army crawl, and then she was around friends that were crawling, and she just picked it up really quick. And then same with walking, she just picked it up really quick when she was ready and when she wanted to. Yeah, it's been really cool. Her physiotherapist always says, like, it's a miracle. She's a miracle because, like, we all saw the MRIs when she was first born. Like, there was not a lot of brain. It was because your brain can compress and decompress. And her brain just was like a squiggly line, and they were like not sure because sometimes your brain can compress and then it can decompress if there's not as much pressure under it, but they don't always know if it will like decompress fully or if it's gonna like stay kind of stuck in that compressed state. And so once the pressure was relieved off her brain, the brain was able to expand and decompress like they had hoped. And so she has a full brain. It's just very wonky looking and like really weird looking. Like, it does not look like a normal brain. But her surgeon always told us, like, I've seen people with problems that have like a perfect looking brain, like picture perfect on an MRI or whatever of what you think their brain should look like. But then I've had people who have like crazy weird looking brains and have nothing wrong with them at all. And so he was like, it's not something that's like, oh, you shouldn't have that, or concern. And so that's really exciting. So I just kind of wanted to fill you guys in a little bit on like why we go and see doctor's appointments, because we have them like fairly frequently. Not as much anymore, like they're very sporadic, And so yeah, anyways, I just wanted to fill you in. Hi, are you all done sleeping? Hi. What a funny girl. Hi. Are you all done? All done sleeping? What should we do now? Oh, should we get up and go have some lunch? Yeah. Hi. Oh, boo. Boo. Okay, I'll come and get ya.